Over the past year or so, I've sort of adjusted the way I make some pots to be slightly different. For instance, with this tall angular vase I'm about to throw, I'm going to purposefully leave the rim to be thicker than I may have in the past. This way, as the pot dries out to leather hard, the sturdier lip will help the pot keep its shape, and then the entire vessel will be refined further at the leather hard stage. This isn't the case for many of the smaller pots I make, such as mugs or bowls or store jars, as they're thrown more to their final shape, and as less is trimmed off them. If the pots do happen to distort as they turn leather hard, I can typically deal with it really easily. But with these larger pieces, I found that sometimes as they dried, if they distorted or warped, it would be practically impossible to trim them back to the actual shapes I wanted, without creating a thin patch somewhere, which could cause the wall to buckle as it fired. So nowadays, when making bigger pots like this, I do three things. The first is to leave the rim slightly thicker than need be. This helps it to hold its shape. I then also dry them out to leather hard far more slowly, in a relatively sealed environment, so the entire vessel dries out at the same rate. And lastly, towards the end, I really refine the interior surface, so the throwing rings left inside are much softer. In fact, the interior walls should be almost as refined as the exterior shape. This way, when I turn the pot from the outside, as the walls get thinner, I'm not creating thick and thin patches as I approach the throwing rings on the inside, and this has allowed me to trim pots finer without encountering the slumping I was sometimes experiencing before.